a friend. When the ref has lost his eyes, hear 1,000 pirates cry. Every tackle, every score makes us shout for even more. Stormy seas or sunny skies, victory's our greatest prize. If we lose, we'll laugh instead, then drink another keg, it's said. With everyone, raise your mugs into the sky. Sing until the stars burn bright, the stream rolls on. The rum pours free. Welcome to our family. Waste the colors! Fill the mugs!
Waste the World of Sports crew, ahoy. Thanks for sticking around. What a game we just witnessed between the Storm and Manly, right? An amazing comeback by the Melbourne Storm when all looked lost, absolutely down and out. To fight back from that position, a fantastic effort. But we turn our attention now to Suncorp Stadium, the Battle of Brisbane. The Dolphins about to go toe-to-toe with the Brisbane Broncos as Indigenous round continues. And I tell you what, I love this jersey. The Dolphins Indigenous jersey. That should be their regular jersey. It looks fantastic. Jack, thank you very much for the rose over there on TikTok. Coming in nice and early with the gift. Very much appreciate it. Selva Thangamani. Ahoy, mate. Going to be a good game. Fingers crossed. We, of course, nailed the 5-leg multi in the last game. Let's hope for 4 legs this one. Jermaine Asako, 8+ points. The Hammer or the Big D, either try. Nikarima or Asako, either try. Katoni Staggs, Corn on the Cobbo, either try. 4 legs. Can we go back-to-back with same-game multi-success? I am Neptune. Ahoy, mate. I tipped the Melbourne Storm in the last game. And I've tipped the Dolphins in this one. Jack says was to win the comp. I hope so, says Jack. Okay. There's some dolphin costumes in the crowd, or I think it's an attempt at a Dolphins costume anyway. Suncorp Stadium, just up the road from me. So we'll see how this one goes. The Battle of Brisbane. The Dolphins are due for victory in the Brisbane Derby, aren't they? The Battle of Brisbane has been largely... Why does it look so... Hang on. It is still light outside. As I said, Suncorp Stadium just up the road from me, and I'm like, why does it look so light? And then I looked out the window. It still is a little bit light outside. There you go. CB05, you cried yesterday that the Bulldogs lost. That last Roosters, try ruined my day. Bloody hell. I talk about it all the time. Pretty much every single stream, I say, why? Why are teams letting the high ball bounce? It seems to be a thing in 2026 where we'll just let the high ball bounce. It costs the Bulldogs big time. Muzzle Flash says, Dan want it to be as close to his beloved Broncos as possible. Well, you know what they say, Muzzle Flash? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's what it's all about. I have to be close enough to be able to personally sabotage if they get on a bit of a run. Quinny, ahoy there, mate. Over on TikTok, Quinny says, let's go, Bronx. For some reason, though, the Dolphins doesn't seem to matter. The form going into the match between these two teams, it doesn't seem to matter. The Broncos, just for whatever reason, they have the wood on this. They have the wood on this Brisbane derby. But let's go Dolphins tonight. This is a finals-bound Dolphins team coming up against a season already over Broncos team with nothing to lose. So they're obviously going to be a threat. They would love to spoil the party for the Dolphins and take away some of their momentum going into the finals. Yusuf says, let's go Dolphins. Only joking. Let's go Broncos. Kibble rank 67. You love the Broncos. Nicole Burke, you like the Broncos jerseys and Dolphins too? Yes, the Dolphins have a really fantastic jersey tonight. I love it. As I said, I probably should be their jersey all the time. I like it that much. Maybe if they inverted it, because it is predominantly black. I think for a regular jersey, they probably do need to be predominantly red. So if they just flipped the colors, maybe it could be their jersey moving forward. Yusuf, no, this is not on Channel 9. The next game is, though, Rabbitohs versus Eels. Rabbitohs Eels, the Channel 9 game for tonight. Nicole Burke says, even if the Broncos can't make the finals, you'll always support them. Up the Broncos. Fair enough, Nicole. That's what it's all about. Support your team to the bitter end. And to 1973 G, ahoy, mate. Welcome back. Oatley Tolan, ahoy there. Up the Bronx. How to watch the game. It's on KO Sports. This one, exclusive to KO Sports. Leviticus, ahoy, mate. Selva Thangamani, what do I think about the All Blacks game? I didn't see it. I actually didn't make it up in time to catch it and to stream it, but it looks like the Stormers put up quite a fight. Double happiness. Not just single happiness, double happiness. Says up the Dolphins. Up the effing Dolphins. I do like the Broncos Indigenous jersey. There's just, the color is just a little bit off. I reckon it needs to be a stronger yellow. It just looks a little too washed out, but the design is fantastic. We've seen some wonderful Indigenous round jerseys. Nicole Burke says there's more Dolphins fans than Broncos. Well, it is a Dolphins home game, so tickets would have been available to their members before it was available to Broncos members. You know what I mean? Because it is a Dolphins home game. The Battle of Brisbane underway. The Dolphins with the kickoff. Broncos with first use of it. Hayne in the Haas rumbles it up to the 10-meter line. This is monstrous defense here from the Dolphins to start. Keeping the Bronx pinned down inside their own 10. A fantastic start defensively for the Dolphins. Both home game, technically speaking, yes. But in terms of the supporters, the tickets would have been made available to the Dolphins supporters primarily for this one, as it is technically a Dolphins home game. But yes, of course, it is the home stadium of both teams. Fifth and last, Walsh puts the kick downfield, taken by the hammer on the full. And a good carry back for the Hammer outside the 20. Peter Okori, ahoy, mate. You're a Bronco, but let the Dolphins win this game, as our win will mean nothing. Well, I wouldn't say a win for the Broncos is completely meaningless, as they're looking to build into next season. Testing out the Ezra Mam, Thomas Duffy combination. Larrens, ahoy, mate. Every week, Innes always says, I have a feeling we're going to see something from Walsh tonight. Oh, Mick Innes loves him, some Reese-Weesey. Loves him. Mick Innes, honestly, has a really bizarre crush on Reece Walsh. It's slightly disturbing. As the kick downfield, taken by Karapani, who heads infield. Broncos back in possession. So both teams navigating their opening sets of 6. Nicole Burke, you're at the game, are you? Very nice. Hope you enjoy it. As Walsh takes the carry up the middle, Mick Innes, control yourself. An early kick here. Tackle 4 from inside the 40. Bounces into touch inside the 20-meter line. Billy Buddy Walters. Billy Walters with a 40-20 early on. And that's what the Broncos have been missing. Billy Walters not starting. Here he is, back in the squad, and he nails a 40-20 3 minutes into the game. Carrigan now takes it 10 meters out. Early opportunity here for the Broncos. Duffy turns it inside for Payne and the Haas. And Haas taken down a meter out. Hitman, ahoy. Payne Haas on the crash ball. Tackle 3 here, a meter out. The Broncos. 6 again. Duff Beer heads out to the right. That's what I'm going to call him now. Duffy. Duff Beer. Walters fires it infield. Duffy drifting across to the left. Dummies go straight through. Offloads for Carrigan. Oh, Jaden Hunt, my apologies. A meter out. Walsh, short ball for Mam, lurking around the back. And Ezra Mam will score the first try. The Broncos, off the back of a Billy Walters 40-20. Strike first. The Billy Walters 40-20 kicking early, kicking from dummy half, taking them by surprise. Nails it. And the Broncos score first. The Dolphins, they were short defensively here on the right edge. Broncos immediately went there. Karapani drew in the attention of Asako. And Ezra just slices through a gaping hole between Bostock and Asako. Try time, Broncos. 4 points to 0, kick to come. Applause from the coach's box by everybody, but Madge Maguire, who's obviously under immense pressure, a lot more so than any other members of the coaching staff. And the Battle of Brisbane, that's been largely dominated by the Broncos, they are off to a red-hot start once again. Ezra Mam with the try. Broncos up 4-0, kick to come. Walsh, about 10 in from touch. As the try is confirmed. Walsh with the conversion attempt to make it 6-0 early on. A red-hot start here for the Broncos. Walsh puts it on target, needs to hold its line. It does. The conversion successful, and the Broncos lead at 6 points to 0. 5.5 gone. Dream start here for the Broncos. Off the back of a 40-20 by Billy Walters. got the Broncos off to a dream start. Dolphins get us back underway. The kickoff is deep. The kickoff is too deep. It's out on the full. Penalty for the Broncos on halfway. Jermaine Osako puts it out on the full from the restart. And things just got bad to worse for the Dolphins. The crowd is hushed in silence. Walsh with the touch finder, chews off a lot of meters. Trying to bat it back in field there was corn on the cob. And Reece Walsh finds touch 20 meters out from the line. And the Broncos will go straight back on the attack. A nice attempt from Cobbo, but couldn't quite pull it off. All right, here we go. Payne in the house. Where is he? There he is. Oh, he's used as the decoy. And Duffy takes the line on. 5 meters out, right in front of the posts. As the Broncos look to go back-to-back. Walsh turns this one inside. And Ricky taken down just a couple of meters out. Walters looking out to the left. Duffy in midfield for Willison. And he's dumped in the tackle. 5 meters out, just to the left of the posts. 2 tackles left here for the Broncos. Ezra slices through again. Gets a double. Ezra Mam. Already in the opening 7 minutes of this game, Ezra is having his best game of the season. Ezra Mam with a double in the opening 7 minutes. And the Broncos lead 10-0. The Battle of Brisbane. Well, it's not much of a battle at the moment. It's a capitulation from the Dolphins. And the Broncos, well, you've just got to ask the question, where has this form been all season long? Ezra Mam. Good Lord. What has happened to Ezra tonight? Matthew West, ahoy, mate. You just got home from work. You've got a beer. Wasted World of Sports is on the computer. Now you just need the Dolphins to start playing. Your average Jim says hopefully he doesn't celebrate later and go for a drive. I'll drink to that. Reece Walsh from right beside the posts to make it 12 points to 0. Over it goes. Crazy. Crazy start to this game. Game ML says you should have said Brisbane kicker to score a specific amount. And I should have had all Brisbane try scorers in the thing instead of Dolphins. Wow. 9 minutes gone. 12 points to 0. The Broncos battling the clock at the moment. As Osako kicks this one a little higher. Lands it in the in goal for Anderson. And Payne in the house from the back fence. Brings it out to the 10-meter line. Ricky. As the Dolphins race up and put pressure on. Ben Hunt watching on. Surely the Dolphins will come back user like 12-0. As Walsh slips, gets up and goes again. Maori boy, ahoy, mate. Gamer Mel says, does 2 conversions count as a try to the bookies? You could try and argue it with them, but I don't think you would win. As 5th and last now, Duffy puts the kick in. And Corn on the Cobbo takes it, 10 out from his own line. Winds up and brings it back into midfield. The Dolphins just need to get their heads in the game, basically, and try and get something happening here. Plenty of time left in this one. And we know the Dolphins are more than capable of scoring quick tries. Bosjock and 2 smoking barrels. 10 short of the halfway. Finafuiaki put on his back. Dominant tackle there by Payne in the Haas. Dolphins up over halfway. Nikorima short and straight through goes Lemuelu. Walsh knocks the ball down. Saves the try. But it'll be 6 more tackles now for the Dolphins on the attack. Walsh saves the try. Flegler would have been in under the posts. But 6 more tackles for the Dolphins. Straight through went Connolly Lemuelu. Clean line break. Dolphins with the scrum here, 30 metres out. Katoa turns it inside for Finafuiaki. First opportunity of the game for the Finns. Flegler takes it to the 20. Oh, he puts the bumpers up on Jaden Hunt. And he let him know about it too. Shoved to the face after the fact. Nikorima out the back here for Farnworth. Farnworth on the Cobbo. And Cobbo scores in the corner. Corn on the Cobbo plants it down on the left edge. And the Dolphins hit back straight away. Try time for the Dolphins. Tick, tick, tick off the multi. Selwyn Cobbo. Let's get a tick there. Our first one of the game as we look to go back-to-back in same-game multis. Oh, it's going to be a high-scoring game. Hang on. Let's just check. He's gone into touch, and it's no try. Take it away. Take it away. Oh, dear. Cobbo, his left leg goes over the sideline, plain as day. No try. Grant Anderson drags him into touch. No try. Broncos cover defense saves the day. Lucas, ahoy mate. Lucas Bossy bro. Good D indeed. Well, the Broncos there as Mariner brings it outside the 10 meters. Walters sends it out to the right for Ricky. And they're outside the red zone now. Haas, good carry up the middle. There's nothing I can do about it, Matthew West. They took it away. He was clearly in touch. As Staggs now puts the fend on Nikorima, but Farnworth brings him down. Fifth and last, Walsh puts the high ball up from halfway. And it's taken by the Hammer. 5 out from his own line. Bumps off Ezra Mam. But he's brought down by Payne in the Haas and Carrigan. Emmanuel walks with you. Cheers, mate, for the super chat. Over there on the YouTube. Much appreciated, mate. It's Bostock and 2 smoking barrels. Out to the 30-meter line. Halfway through the set here, the Dolphins. Flegler. Just short of halfway. Another strong carry there from the Fleg. Short side. Hammer. Takes it up into Broncos territory. Finafuiaki bends the line on the 30. And this is front foot ball here for the Dolphins. Fifth and last. Infield for Katoa to put it high. Dolphins chasing through to put pressure on. Walsh takes it well. What a take. 13 minutes gone. Oh, Mick Innes is having an orgasm in the commentary booth. Somebody do a welfare check on him. take the boy a rag or two. Walters out of dummy half. Dummies go straight through. Clean line break from Walters. Up over halfway. Draws in the fullback. Inside ball for the big D. Dane Mariner races away to score. The Broncos long distance try. Mariner. Billy Walters is having a man of the match performance. The 40-20 that got them front foot ball for the first try. And now he has single-handedly set up this one from long range. It is the Billy Walters show. It's also a tick off the multi. But Dane Mariner. Billy Walters from just outside his own 20. A really poor attempted tackle there from Katoa. Draws in the hammer at the back and puts Mariner away. Fantastic stuff. Billy Walters. This is what the Broncos have been missing all year. Billy bloody Walters. I cannot believe that they haven't re-signed him yet. I cannot believe it. 25 and a half minutes left in this opening 40. And it's the Billy Walters show. And it's allowing Ezra Mam to have his best game of the season so far. And the Broncos are on fire off the back of it. 16-0 kick to come. Walsh about 12 to the left of the posts. Slots another one. 18 points to 0. Walsh 3 from 3. Ezra Mam with 2 tries. And Dane Mariner with the most recent one. What an incredible start to this game. 18 points to 0. The Broncos racing the clock and winning at the moment. I mean, they're obviously winning the game, but I mean, they're winning the battle against the clock as well. Oh, God, I need another drink. Dolphins drop this restart in a little bit shorter. And Carrigan runs it from the back fence. Willison gets the bumpers up and brings it outside the 20. Tackle 2 here for the Broncos. Racing up out of the line was Lemuelu. He fails to make the hit, though. And it's front foot ball for the Broncos. Carrigan for Duffy. Out the back for Walsh as they head to the right. Staggs now with pace. Up over halfway. And he's brought to ground just inside the sideline. Tackle 4, 40 metres out from the Dolphins line. Payne in the Haas. Brings it up to the 30. What a carry there. Big Payno. 5th and last Broncos. Duffy puts the high ball up. It's going to land on the 10-metre line for the Dolphins. Well taken by Jermaine Asako. But Willison's got hold of him. They've got him up off the deck. And he gets to ground just inside the field of play. Somebody lost a mouthguard there, I think, as well. They'll need to clean that one up. Incredible start here for the Broncos. Rebel Nuts, ahoy mate. Guy 2448, Dragons fan. Up the fins. Nice. I can't wait to see what the Dragons dish up next season. They are my smoky for finals footy. I've made no secret of that. Francis Molo, 10 short of halfway. As they get a 6 again here, the Dolphins. 6 again. Up over halfway goes Morgan Knowles. 40 metres out from the line. Here's Katoa. Short ball for Molo. Nice tackle. 30 metres out in midfield. Flegler tries to put the step on Payne in the Haas. Gets a late offload. In behind Nikorima. Drops it off for Molo. 20 metres out now on the 5th and last. 52 metres gain this set for the Dolphins. Katoa puts the high ball up. It's contestable. Easy take for Anderson, but was there an escort? Yes, there was. Penalty Dolphins. Herbie Farnworth was bumped off the kick chase. Pretty clear there. "22 minutes left in this opening half as Farnworth is still down. Herbie Farnworth is still down after he was bumped off that kick chase. He's back to his feet now, maybe just a cork. A little bit of a cork. He seems like he's okay. Penalty Dolphins. They tap and go. Couple of meters out from the line. Here's Knowles with the show and go. Payne Haas brings him down. Just a couple of meters out here to the left of the posts. Out of dummy half goes Marshall King. Tries to sell the dummy, but the Broncos defense not falling for that. Payne Haas there to make the tackle again. 6 again. It's on out to the left. Katoa can't get it out there. He spins back in field. And Payne Haas with about his third tackle in a row. Payne and the Haas is just popping up everywhere in the defensive line. Crash ball from Flegler. Carrigan chops him down half a meter out. Still 4 tackles left. Nikorima pops the pass out in front of Farnworth, and it's forward. Broncos will get the ball. Cody Nikorima with the mistake. Dear, oh dear. Duffy with the tackle, forcing the mistake. It was Duffy racing up and putting pressure on Nikorima that forced the mistake. 18 points to 0. Oh, Mick Innes is on again about... Dear, oh dear. Somebody please get Mick Innes some therapy. As Jaden Hunt tackled on the 20-meter line. And the ball spills free. Illegally stripped out, says the referee. Penalty to the Broncos. 18 points to 0. And another piggyback upfield. Finding touch on halfway. Another free ride up the park. Jaden Hunt with the carry. Taken down just inside the Dolphins' half. Here's Carrigan. Spins away from the first tackle, but Mollo and Flegler there in tandem. Bringing him down 30 meters out in midfield. Walters goes to the right for Duffy. Hammer up quickly on him, but that means there's no fullback. Hammer now drops back. Just in the nick of time, really. Willison carries it inside the 20. Camilla, ahoy there. Let's go Dolphins. Robert Peters, ahoy mate. Duffy to the line. Late offload back for Walters. Walters steps off the left. And he's cut down 5 meters out. Oh, Billy's having a blinder. 5th and last. Ezra grubbers in behind the line. The ball sets up. It's loose in the end goal. And Brisbane ground it. This cannot possibly be a try. It's been awarded a try. It's been awarded a try for Xavier Willison. The grubber kick in behind by Ezra Mam. It sits up in the end goal. It was a mess. The Dolphins couldn't secure it. There'll be a lot to look at here. There will be a lot to look at, as they say. Was it touched by Mariner there? It was knocked down by Bostock. Boy, that was a mess. They can't possibly have come up with a try here. Bostock, who got hands on it. Let's see. Backwards off the Dolphins here into the end goal. And then in the end goal, Bostock. He doesn't ground it. It's still loose on the deck. Nobody's grounded it yet. Now 2 Broncos reach out for it. It's going to be a Broncos try. Opportunistic as all hell, but it's going to be another one. 22-0. Xavier Willison with the try. 22-0 with the kick to come from right beside the post. Ezra Mann put the grubber kick through. The only thing that will save the Dolphins here is if Dane Mariner brushes it on the way through. That's the only thing that will overturn this. Did Mariner get a little brush on it as he was running through? Still waiting for this to be confirmed. I think it will be. I don't see any way that that could be overturned based on the... There we go. Try confirmed. 22-0 with the kick to come to keep the Broncos ahead of the timer, ahead of the clock. This has been absolutely incredible. Walsh, 12 to the left of the posts, puts another one on target. 24-0, the Broncos lead. Billy Walters, the difference maker. Billy, the difference Walters. Seventeen and a half minutes left in the opening 40 here at Suncorp. Asako with the restart. Taken 5 meters out from their own line by Anderson. And Anderson stands in the tackle. Well, geez, this Dolphins defense can't even put Grant Anderson on the deck. Ricky spins away from the first contact, brings it outside the 20. 17 minutes left in this opening half. Slow play the ball. Carrigan for Mam, out the back for Walsh. Overlap here on the left, but Walsh decides to go on his own. And he's taken down, 30 out. Penalty for high contact. Penalty to the Broncos. High contact there in the tackle. Morgan Knowles, I believe it was. And this is another piggyback upfield. Wow. Geez, Bost. Oh, it's the second hit there. Okay. Tommy Gilbert. Tommy Gilbert with the high contact. I was going to say, if that penalty was against Bostock, that's really harsh. But a blatant high shot there from Tommy Gilbert coming in with the second effort. 16 minutes left to play in the opening half. Broncos on a roll. Willison carries it just outside the 20. Slow play the ball on play 2. Duffy goes short for Payne in the Haas. 20 out from the Dolphins line, looking to pile on some more misery here in the first half. And the short ball is spilled. Hammer's got it. Hammer's in open space. Oh, forget about it. The Hammer will go from 70 meters to score. And boy, do the Dolphins need that. The dropped ball from Jaden Hunt. The Broncos can't secure the loose scraps. Hammer scoops it up and goes 70 meters. A much-needed try. And that brings the crowd back into it. Carrigan for Duffy. He goes the short ball for Hunt. He can't hold on to it. And then the Hammer with nobody in front of him. Too much pace for everybody. Great effort from Staggs, but the Hammer was in second gear the whole way. He had plenty of gears left. Jaden Hunt with the spilt ball. And the Hammer in open space. Forget about it. Forget about it from that point. Saints 4 in a row. Ahoy, mate. 24 points to 4 with the kick to come. They need all their conversions. The Dolphins, try confirmed. Do I have the hammer? I don't have the hammer. Why do I not have the hammer in my multi? Asako with the conversion attempt. He curls it back and puts it straight down the middle. Jermaine Asako. 24 points to 6, and that's 2 points for Asako, which we need as well. 24 points to 6. The Broncos still with a commanding lead. And the Dolphins, I've got to say, completely against the run of play was really the only way that they were going to come up with a try here in this opening half, must be said. Broncos with the restart. And it's taken by Tommy Gilbert. 10 out from his own line. Oh, I did have the hammer, yes, but Mariner got it. Okay, so we got the hammer and Mariner in the same combo. As straight up the middle now goes Maxi Plath. Up to the halfway line. Still going Plath. Dragged down from behind. Front foot ball here for the Dolphins. Can they go back to back? Donahue. The substitutes are working wonders here for the Finns. 30 metres out. 6 again. Short side they go. Finafuiaki takes it to the 20. Suddenly, the Dolphins are full of life. Marshall King back infield. Here's Plath. 15 metres out in midfield. That's tackle 2. Hammer at first receiver. Turns it inside for Bostock. And he's taken by Duffy. Slightly high appeal the Dolphins. Donahue out the back for Katoa. Flat pass on the burst to Connolly Lemuelu. And the Dolphins get a second. It's raining tries at Suncorp. Connolly Lemuelu burst through. It's 24-10, kick to come, right beside the posts. Tries out the wazoo at Suncorp Stadium tonight. That one on the back of Max Plath. The line break through the middle. And the short ball from Katoa to Lemuelu, and he's through the tackle. Who was that trying to make the tackle? Jordan Ricky? No. Slices through anyway. Lemuelu. 12 minutes left in the opening. In the opening half. $24 points to 10. Asako from right beside the posts. Plots it through. 24 points to 12. 11 and a half minutes until the halftime break. What is this going to end up being? Is this going to be like 60 points or golden point? Defense optional tonight. Defense optional for both sides, it would appear. Crazy stuff. 36 points in the opening half. I hope that everybody slapped on the overs. Remember last stream? I predicted this one well and truly overs. I think it's going to be done in the first half the way this is going. Dolphins 10 out from their own line. They've gone back to back. Can they jag another one here before the halftime break? Plath takes it up the middle. What a difference he's been since he came on. Maxi Plath. Beast of a player. And honestly, if I was starting a new club and he was off contract, he'd be one of the first people I'm talking to, Maxi. Up to halfway now, Donahue, fifth and last. Katoa puts the kick downfield. Karapani under it. Takes it 10 out from his own line. Heads infield. Sideways. Nicarima makes the tackle. Big defense in midfield. 4 Dolphins dragging the Broncos backwards. That's Anderson. 20 out from their own line. The Dolphins defense has just gone up a gear or two here. Ezra down the short side. Hasn't seen much of the ball in the past 10 minutes or so, Ezra. Now he stays down, slow to get up and play it. Walsh for Duffy. Intercepted by Farnworth. Flicks it back for Lemuelu. The Dolphins go on the attack again. 9 minutes until the halftime break. Forcing the pass. This is a gift for the Dolphins. They have to take it. Donahue. Short ball for Gilbert. 20 metres out. Donahue steps back in field. Walters with the tackle. 10 metres out, right in front of the post. Marshall King left for Plath. Nicarima, short ball. Lemuelu tries to break through again, but flat-footed this time. 5 metres out on that left edge. Fifth and last, Katoa. Kicks back down the short side, targeting Anderson. Farnworth gets through. What a take from Anderson. A metre out from their own line here, the Broncos. Anderson's carpets. What a take. 9 minutes until the halftime break. Carrigan rocked back in the tackle. This is monstrous defense from the Dolphins. Play 3 now for the Broncos, and they're still inside their own 10. They try a shift out to the left, but the Dolphins defense wise to it. Walsh into dummy half. Good carry there from Hunt up the middle. Fifth and last, 18 metres gained. The kick from dummy half. Hammer slips over, gets back to his feet just in time, and he's able to return it almost to the halfway line. The Dolphins, 8 minutes left in this opening half. 24-12. What a fight back it's been. Can they keep it going? Another one before the halftime break would obviously be massive. Corn on the Cobbo takes on Walters. 30 metres out. Donahue out the back for Katoa. Dan Hammer. They've got a 3-on-2. Bostock steps back in field. Beats Walsh. Brought down by Mariner. 10 metres out from the line and spills it. Penalty, though, for the Dolphins. An illegal steal. Seven and a half to go in this opening 40. Penalty Dolphins. Full set of 6 in the red zone. Bostock taps it. And Finafuiaki carries it back into midfield. 5 metres out, just to the right of the post. Tackle 1. Marshall King for Donahue. Drops it off for Plath. That's play 2, right in front of the sticks. Marshall King, short ball. And Donahue almost coughs it up. But that's play 3 now, just to the left of the post. Plath at first receiver for Katoa. Cut out pass for Bostock. Draws in the outside man and puts Asako over in the corner. Jermaine Asako gets another tick. It's 24-16. Asako with the kick to come, which will make it 8 points if he converts it. And it'll be another tick. We'll be going into halftime. 3 out of the 4 legs done. 24-16, the kick to come from Asako. What a fight back this has been from the Dolphins. The Broncos raced out to a 24 points to 0 lead. And the Dolphins have been on top ever since. Beautiful work down that right edge. Try confirmed for Asako. It's another tick. Now, if Jermaine Asako converts this, I'm only going to need Staggs or Cobbo. 46 minutes for Stags or Cobbo. Oh, wait. He's already got 2 conversions. And he scored the try, so he's already got 8 points. Nice. We can put a tick on that leg. All right. 45 and a half minutes for Stags or Cobbo to score. And we've gone back-to-back multis. 24-16, kick to come. Cheers, Gamer Mel, for letting me know that. I would have been writing this conversion in no matter what anyway. 5 meters in from touch on the right side. Asako starts it out to the right. It curls back, and it's through the middle. No worries anyway. Jermaine Asako. It's 24 points to 18. 5 minutes to go until the halftime break. What are we witnessing? This has been a very special game. Big fight back here from the Dolphins. Jermaine Asako. All right. We've got 45 minutes for Stags or Cobbo. Broncos get us back underway. Cobbo takes the kick off and he gives it to Gilbert. And Gilbert coughs it up. Tommy Gilbert from the back fence, from the kickoff, he coughs it up. And they have just invited the Broncos in. It'll be a scrum down Brisbane. 10 meters out from the line. Stags forcing the error. This could be a huge moment. Broncos from the scrum. Walters for Mam. Ezra steps through. Ezra reaches out. Ezra gets 3. Ezra Mam with a first half hat trick is having the game of his life. This is absolutely incredible from Ezra. 28-18, kick to come. Ezra Mam with a first half hat trick. What are we witnessing? Ezra Mam is in absolute beast mode tonight. 28-18, kick to come. About 10 to the left of the post. Can he share the tries? Yeah, give it to Stags for crying out loud. 43 minutes for Cobbo or Stags to get across and send me into back-to-back multis. Ezra Mam with a first half hat trick. This is the best game that he's played in probably since the 2023 grand final, where he would have been the Clive Churchill medalist were it not for Nathan Cleary's 10-minute burst at the end. 3 minutes left until the halftime break. Oh, I forgot to start the clock again at some point. Reece Walsh to keep his perfect kicking intact here in the first half. And put the Broncos back out by 12. Puts it down the middle. Conversion successful. It's 30 points to 18. 3 minutes to go till halftime. Back underway and bursting straight through there was Simu, but he's held up by Farnworth. just short of the 20-meter line. Ricky back into midfield. Ezra, what's this? Ezra is not drinking 200 goon bags today as Talty coughs the ball up with 2 minutes to go until the halftime break. Ben Talty knocks it on and the Dolphins will go on the attack. What is happening in this contest? This is one of the craziest halves of footy. Honestly. 2 minutes until the halftime break. Dolphins scrum down over on the left edge, 30 meters out from the line. Imagine if Cobbo scores. Through the hands out to the right. Here's Hammer in a little bit of space. Steps back inside Mariner. They're lined up to the left. Lined up to the left. Can they bring Cobbo into it? 10 meters out in midfield. Here they go, the Dolphins. No, Donahue, a settler up the middle. Tackle 3, 5 meters out. Katoa turns it inside. Fenafuiaki. 5 out just to the right of the post. Marshall King sends it left. Donahue out the back for Katoa. Cut out pass to nobody. It's in behind Cobbo, who pops it up for Farnworth nicely. Beware the second phase play. Herbie Farnworth goes straight through. How has that opened up? The pass from Katoa has gone in behind Cobbo. Cobbo has tapped it back in field for Farnworth. And then everybody's just standing around having a look. And Farnworth just says, thanks, I'll have a piece of this. And he goes straight up the middle. We'll have to have a look at how this opened up. How has this opened up? The pass goes behind Cobbo. He taps it up for Farnworth. And we'll have to see what happened here because this, just opened up. There's no shenanigans that have gone on there. It has just opened up for Herbie Farnworth. The Broncos' defense was just non-existent. It's 30 points to 22, kick to come. Where were the defenders? The Broncos, that was atrocious. The siren sounds for halftime. 30 points to 22. There's been over 50 points in this first half. We have got 40 minutes for Cobbo or Stags to go back-to-back in multis tonight. Asako from right in front puts it over, and we are going into halftime, a 6-point ball game. Can you believe it? 30 points to 24 at the break after the Broncos raced out to a 24 points to 0 lead. Queen Marty, 69. Ahoy. Extremely long time no see. How are you doing? Up the Broncos says, oh my days, we just stand there. I cannot believe that there was nobody in the second line of defense there for the Broncos. Herbie Farnworth just went straight through. I've never seen anything quite like that. That was unbelievable. Unbelievable half of footy. 30 points to 24 sounds like a full-time scoring. But this is the scoreline going into the halftime break. Unreal. We are one leg away from nailing back-to-back same-game multis. Fantastic. They have once again, honestly, they've once again offered me an atrocious cash-out offer. Why does Sportsbet hate me so much? Honestly. Emmanuel Walks With You says, I can't get over the points scored just for the first half. Exactly what I'm talking about, Emmanuel. 30-24 sounds like a full-time score between these two teams. The fact that this is only half-time, it's crazy what this could end up as. I told you, I was only joking when I said this could be 60 all, golden point. 60 all, golden point. Unbelievable first half of footy. Kane Woodham, thanks Herbie. Multi-dud. Excuse me, very nice. I still need Cobbo or Stags. Cobbo or Stags, and I've gone back-to-back after the same game multi in the Storm Manly game. Rabbitohs versus Eels still to come tonight. See how I'm feeling as to whether I do that game. I might be all bloody what's the word? I might be all fizzled out after this one if it keeps going the way that it's going. What an incredible first half. Russell Perry says Dolphins known for these situations, then boom, come back. Oh boy, that was without doubt one of the most bizarre halves of footy I've ever seen. Crazy. Defense optional, but it certainly makes for an exciting game. All right, Wasted World of Sports crew, thanks so much for being with us here. So far, second half to come. I'm going to have a quick break for half time, and I'll be back for all the second half action right after this. 30 points to 24. Anybody's game. Second half to come shortly.
Raise the colours! Fill the mugs! Captain Dan! Set sail! Near, you know exactly why we're here. From every port we gather round, the loudest pirate crew in town. Raise the colors, call the names. Every weekend brings new games. Win or lose, we'll stand as one. Our voyage only just begun. Raise your glass, raise it high. Let the battle banners fly. Ahoy, Captain Dan. Ahoy, take the stand. Welcome all aboard tonight. The wasted world of sports unites. Drink your rum, sing along. Every match becomes a song. From first whistle to the end, every pirate is a friend. When the ref has lost his eyes, hear 1,000 pirates cry. Every tackle, every score makes a shout for even more. Stormy seas or sunny skies, victory's our greatest prize. If we lose, we'll laugh instead, then drink another keg, it's said. Hey! Hey! Ahoy! Hey, ahoy! Who's the captain? Who's the crew? Raise your mugs! One more round! Never leave a pirate down! Ahoy, Captain Dan! Ahoy, here's the plan. Every sport beneath the sun, better watched with everyone. Raise your mugs into the sky. Sing until the stars burn bright. The stream rolls on. The rum pours free. Welcome to our family.
All right, Wastewater Sports crew, halftime here, 30 points to 24 in favour of the Broncos. Can't believe what we're witnessing here. Broncos raced out to a 24 points to the lead, I think it was. And then the Dolphins just slowly went about fighting back. Or was it 18-0? They raced out to an early lead anyway. Then the Dolphins started to peg them back. The amount of tries that we've seen in this game so far, I guess you could say that it's pretty hardcore.
You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
Who knows how many more points we got in the second half. I hope that there's at least one try and that it's scored by Katoni Staggs or Corn on the Cobbo. It's the last remaining tick off my same-game multi. Can you believe that we are on the precipice of a back-to-back same-game multi? Crazy. I can't remember the last time that panned out. Luna, you won your multi in the first half. Hammer, Asako, and Mariner scoring at $8.75. Very nice. Awesome stuff. Luna. Robert Peters says, I predict the ref will score. Clint 007, Cobbo for 2. Pray with me. Yes. Corn on the Cobbo. At least one try, but one try for me, and then a second one for Clint. That'd be nice. Rugby League gods, are you listening? What will this second half dish up? Incredible. You know, I actually almost skipped this game. I'm so glad that I didn't. I almost skipped this game on account of the rugby union tonight. Not that it clashes or anything. This game is still early enough. It's just obviously had a big night last night with Friday night footy. A couple of finals worthy games. It was a huge night. We did the members only post stream as well, so I was feeling a little bit rough. Didn't know if I was going to be able to get through 3 games tonight, so I did almost sit this one out. I'm so glad that I didn't. It's looking like it's shaping up to be a blockbuster. King Simba, ahoy there, mates. Fidelma Guangzhou, go Finns all the way from PNG. Robert Peters, you're glad that I decided to stream this wonderful game. Yes, I made the right choice, I think. I made the right choice. Because let's be honest, like, we all know that I prefer rugby union. Like, rugby union's my sport. It's the sport that I played. I played rugby league as well, but it's rugby union's the sport that I played the most. It's the sport that I followed the most. But let's be honest, the Wallabies are going to absolutely annihilate Japan, aren't they? It's going to be a schmozzling. I feel like this is a much better contest. LP Vlogs 7216. Go the Finns from the Philippines. By the way, speaking about the Philippines, can I do a very special shout out to the princess of the Philippines at the moment, Alexandra Ayala, tennis superstar. She just continues winning. Cheers. What a game we have here, Eugene, for sure. Vanessa Tate, awesome halftime music, that's for sure. Fins up. Yeah, come on, Dolphins. I mean, I'm sorry, Broncos supporters, but come on, Dolphins. And 1973G, watching your missed by 1 leg and now on a 2 multi win. I know, right? I've had so many weeks of just one leg short. One leg short, one leg short, one leg short. It was nice to finally get the win last game, and now looking like potentially going back-to-back. I could cash out now for a profit just to play it really, really safe. But I reckon 40 minutes, the way that this game's been going, Cobbo or Stags, surely they get across. And back-to-back same-game multis, all in the same night. That would certainly be hardcore.
Hardcore. Unless you live hardcore.
Second half about to get underway. Broncos leading by 6. What will the second half bring? The Dolphins ready to receive. Second half is underway. Broncos get us kicked off. And it's taken by Cobbo. Who's he got running from the back fence? Is that Gilbert? Oh, God, don't trust him with the ball. He's the one that dropped it right on the stroke of half-time, wasn't it? Or just before. That gave the Broncos a red-hot crack for Ezra Mam to get his third. There'll definitely be more tries in this one. I can't imagine what kind of alternate universe we'd be living in where this game suddenly turns into a 6 points to nil grind in the second half or something. You know what I mean? There's surely no way that the tries don't continue raining on as the Dolphins now up over halfway. 5th and last. Marshall King goes for Katoa on that right edge. He puts the high ball up. It lands inside the 20. Karapani spills it. Mariners offside. Penalty Dolphins. Karapani drops the high ball into Mariner, who's standing in an offside position. And it's a penalty for the Dolphins early here in the second half. They can go on the attack. Biron Hahambu. Go Dolphins all the way from Papua New Guinea. Welcome along, Biron. Max Plath takes it up the middle. 5 meters out. Tackle 2 here for the Dolphins. Imagine 2 minutes into the second half, they level this game up. Bostock takes the line on. Tolte and Payne in the Haas drag him down just a meter short. Marshall King out of dummy half. Tries to burrow under. Well defended there from the Broncos, but they give away 6 again. Oh, they must score here, the Dolphins, surely. Plath from a standing start. Simu brings him down. Tackle 2 here for the Dolphins. Katoa turns it inside for Lemuelu. 5 meters out from the line, just to the left of the post. They've dropped it. Connolly Lemuelu spills it as he looks to get up and play the ball quickly. What a huge let-off. What a massive let-off that is. 30 points to 24. Looked like it was going to get leveled up nice and early in the second half, but Connolly Lemuelu, what a mistake. Scrum down Broncos on their own 10. Karapani, 1 out on the left. Tackled inside the 20. Lakaira says Todd is not the best ref. But then, let's be honest, who is? Adam G, maybe. Adam G is probably the only referee that I think I don't just fume at every weekend. He has his bad days as well, just like we all do. But Adam G, I think, is probably the most consistent of the officials. I don't recall ever, just continually blowing up about Adam G having the whistle. 5th and last here for the Broncos on halfway. Duffy gets the kick away. And it's taken on the full by Cobbo at the back. Cobbo bumps off Anderson, I believe it was. Brings it outside the 20. Farnworth. Up the middle. Rebel Nut says Ashley Klein for me. That's got to be a joke. Ashley Klein for best referee. You're having a laugh. GC Gamer Crazy says, go the Dolphins, and we've got time off. Off for a HIA goes. Is that Tommy Gilbert? Yeah, Tom Gilbert, HIA. Off he goes. We're just waiting for him to leave the field. HIA for Tom Gilbert. Slowly but surely leaving the field. What happened to him here? He got himself in an awkward position trying to make the tackle there. All right, back underway. So Tom Gilbert off for a HIA. Kafusi almost up to the halfway line. Fifth and last for the Dolphins. Katoa puts the kick downfield. Broncos let it bounce, and it will sit up for Karapani on the 10-meter line. And he's picked up and dumped in the three-man tackle. Donahue leading the chase. Broncos inside their own 20. As Hunt loses the ball. Was it knocked out by the Dolphins? Yes, it was. Play on. Broncos ball. Ezra Mam has it. It's a set restart. Lucky there for the Broncos. Oh, God, flying up out of the line like a missile. Donahue racing up out in defense. And he goes again, this time at Payne Haas. Tackle 3, 10 short of the halfway line. Maybe this will be a slow, grinding second half. Low scoring. Staggs now takes on Farnworth, who holds him up on halfway. Good defense there from Herbie. Tackle 4 for the Broncos. Walsh drops it off there for Simu. Fifth and last. Just inside the Dolphins' territory. Walsh puts the high ball up. And Hammer forward for it. It's been batted back by Mam. And then a forward as all hell pass from Ben Tolte. Like literally the most forward pass you'll ever see in your life. It'll be a handover, Dolphins. Knocked on by Ezra Mam anyways. From the high ball. Yep. So Dolphins would have got it back either way. Just the intensity is still there, but the defense seems to have aimed up a little bit here in the second half. It's Kafusi. Carries it almost up to the 40-meter line. Nikorima out on the left. Can't get away from Staggs. Just short of halfway. Farnworth out of dummy half. Heads back to the middle. Staggs falls on the back of the legs there. Hip drop. Penalty, Dolphins. And now there's some tension in the middle of the park. Push and shove. Yes, quite plain as day hip drop there from Katoni. Drop down on the back of the legs of Farnworth. And it's a penalty to the Dolphins on halfway. And that was late in the tackle count as well. That would have been fifth and last. That would have been the fifth and last. Instead, penalty Dolphins. And they'll get another opportunity here to get down the Broncos' end of the field and level this score up. Penalty only. Katoni stays on the field, which I think is the right call. It wasn't the most disastrous hip drop you've ever seen. So the Dolphins fine touch here, 30 meters out from the line. Nikorima to Katoa, and now Kafusi takes on Billy Walters in midfield. 30 30 metres out in front of the sticks. Donahue at the back for Nicarima. Space out on the left. Farnworth taken down by Staggs one-on-one. 15 metres out. 6 more for the Dolphins. Oh, Herbie's hurt here. Herbie Farnworth feeling the effects of that previous tackle, I think, as Kaufusi takes it up the middle. Farnworth limping in back play. Donahue for Katoa. Ezra Mam jams up on him and makes a great tackle. Oh, we got a penalty, though. Oh, no, we got time off. Because there's another player down. One of the Broncos this time. Dane Mariner down in back play. Peter Okori, ahoy, mates. Reaping my support. Repping your support, I think, for Dolphins. As a Bronco fan, Queensland clubs matter in the finals. Jeez. Another fairly innocuous injury there in back play. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Time back on. Katoa plays it on tackle 2. Donahue inside for Kaufusi. Kaufusi taken down 10 metres out, right in front of the posts. And we've got another whistle. HIA. Mariner off for a HIA. So there we go. Dane Mariner off for a HIA. 8.5 minutes gone in the second half. 30 points to 24. Staggs or Cobbo? Staggs or Cobbo for any time try. As Kaufusi plays it halfway through their set here. Nicarima inside for Farnworth. Flicks it out the back for Donahue. Donahue held up 10 metres out. That's tackle 4 now for the Dolphins. Katoa, cut out pass for the Hammer. Hammer steps back in field, and he's brought down a metre out from the line on tackle 5. Over on that right edge. 5th and last, Katoa sets, kicks for the middle of the field. Farnworth lost back by the Broncos, but collected by Anderson in the in goal. And he's able to get back into the field of play. Broncos ball inside their own 10. It was on there out to the left for Cobbo. "20 metres out from their own line, the Broncos. Almost 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Unbelievably, no score. As Shibasaki on the field for Mariner, who's off for the HIA. 2 tackles left here for the Broncos as they shift out to the right. Walsh gets some space for Anderson. Anderson doesn't have the pace. Flicks it back in field. And Staggs is taking a ground 35 metres out on the 5th and last. Staggs slow to get up and play it. He stays down on his haunches here, Staggs. Playing for the penalty. Tony Staggs took all the time he possibly could. Walsh cleaned up after the kick. Hammer takes it nicely. Hammer's away upfield. Hammer steps around Walters. Gets the pass for Katoa. Katoa up to the halfway line. On for Bostock. Bostock to Asako. And Asako slips on the halfway line. What a kick return there for the Dolphins. They're giving the Hammer too much space as Bostock now carries it up over the halfway line. 40 metres out. Hammer at first receiver. Steps around Mam. Carrigan brings him down 30 metres out. Play 3. Marshall King back infield for Donahue. And now Maxi Plath. Plath carries it inside the 20. Still going Max Plath. Dragging Broncos defenders with him. It's tackle 4, 10 metres out. Katoa chips it over the top. Looking for Nicarima. They don't get the bounce. It sits up for Lemuelu. Connolly gets a double. And we are about to be all locked up. Connolly Lemuelu bags a double The bounce goes over the head of Nikorima. You thought that they'd missed their opportunity. And then suddenly, appearing out of nowhere, Lemuelu. 30 points to 28 with the kick to come. About 10 metres to the left of the post. Put that one down to Max Plath. What a carry. Maxi Plath dragging defenders with him as he made about 15 post-contact metres. Plays the ball 15 out from the line. Katoa chips over the top. Nikorima was going to score for all money. But it sits up for Lemuelu in the end anyway. The Dolphins get their try. 30 points to 28, kick to come. Oh, God, Mick Innes on the TV commentary just saying Reece Walsh out of position for that kick. That must have hurt. That must have hurt him to say that. Emotional welfare check on Mick Innes because he had to say something negative about Reece Walsh. Connolly Lemuelu with the double. And now Jermaine Asako, 10 to the left of the post to level us up. Puts it on target. 30 points all. Incredible. Incredible. 30 points apiece. So much time left as well. Old wise hua. Ahoy, mate. George, ahoy, mate. George. The Fatsis, 1181. $30 points all. Raining tries. Walsh gets us back underway. Bobo takes it, and he's got Kafusi. Felice Kafusi. 15 out from his own line. The Dolphins with some go forward now. Lemuelu brings it out of the red zone. Staying down the short side. Here's Farnworth. Almost slips through. 10 short of halfway. 6 again for the Dolphins as Plath takes it up to the halfway mark. Donahue. Taken down in a dominant tackle on halfway. Pushed back into the Dolphins' half. Building nicely again, though. Fenafuiaki. 40 metres out in midfield on play 3. Donahue for Nikorima. They drift left now. Hammer for Farnworth. Steps back in field. Staggs is all over him tonight. 20 metres out from the line. Quick play, the ball short side. Nikorima cut out pass to Cobbo. Cobbo tackled into touch by Anderson. Great tackle by Anderson. We could have done with that Cobbo try. But Cobbo, the pass was a little bit in behind him. He had to reach back for it. It stalled his momentum. He couldn't really get going. And it made him an easy target for Anderson. Gilbert's past his HIA. Looks like he's getting ready to come back onto the field as the Broncos 10 out from their own line. Karapani runs into a brick wall on the 20. And a good carry from Willison now brings it out of the red zone on play 3. Payne in the Haas. Good carry. Another 10 metres there for the Broncos. Tackle 4. Walters steps back in field, out of dummy half. Loses the ball. Billy Walters has knocked it on. His first mistake of the night. And the Dolphins will go on the attack. Captain's challenge here from the Broncos. It's been called a knock-on against Billy Walters. Max Plath putting pressure on. And they've immediately challenged this. Billy Walters, it's a loose carry. He's looking to offload. He's looking to offload and he's lost it. This is going to be an unsuccessful challenge. Billy Walters, plain as day, looking to offload the ball. There's no touch from the Dolphins. There's no stripping action. He is only ever eyeing off offloading. And it goes into the knee of Maxi Plath. Well, has he? Okay. He's looked to offload. It's gone into the knee of Max Plath. So would that not be backwards? He's offloading the ball backwards. It's hit the knee of Max Plath and spilt out of the hand. Challenge successful. There we go. Okay, so the bunker is deemed. Billy Walters has regathered possession anyway. Successful challenge for the Broncos. Fifth and last, 35 metres out. Duffy from well inside the 40. A low flat kick straight up the middle that sits up for Cobbo. And Corn on the Cob brings it outside the 20. A great kick return. Post-contact meters from Cobbo as well. Dolphins back in possession. Asako runs straight into Jaden Hunt. Bostock. 10 short of halfway. Tackle 3 here for the Finns. Donahue out the back for Nikorima. Hammer in a little bit of space for Farnworth. Cobbo now down the left edge. Kicks back in field. Looking for it to sit up for Lemuelu. But Ezra Mam appears out of nowhere. And then he fights his way. Can't get back into the field of play. It'll be a line drop out here for the Broncos. Ezra Mam, though, saves the day. The kick back in field from Cobbo looked like it was going to be a hat trick for Lemuelu. But then Ezra, almost as if he saw an Uber, came flying through, steamrolling through to pluck that ball on the bounce. Goal line dropout here for the Broncos. They go short. It breaks the plane of the 10. Batted back, but nobody there for the Dolphins. And Anderson, I believe it is, or Duffy, diving on it. Anderson's in at dummy half. The Broncos secure possession on their own 20. Tackle 2 now. It was nicely done by the Dolphins. Cobbo gets up and bats the ball back, but there was nobody there to support it. Loose on the deck. Duffy dives on it for the Bronx. Mam out the back for Walsh. Sends it out to the left, where Hunt is brought down 10 short of halfway. Mariner has passed his HIA. It's a late set restart here for the Broncos. That was late in the tackle count. Payne in the Haas goes straight up the middle. Can't get the arms free. Well wrapped up. 40 metres out in midfield. Walsh steps off the left and goes straight through. Steps inside the hammer. Brought down from behind. Great tackle by Tommy Gilbert. 10 metres out from the line. Front football Broncos. Carrigan. But Duffy. Cut out pass goes in behind Staggs, and then Staggs slips. And he's tackled 20 metres out from the line. Ricky. The settler on play 5. 15 metres out just to the right of the post. Walters scurries off down the short side. Dummies. Billy Walters reaches out. He can't get the ball to the line. What a miraculous tackle from the hammer. Donahue's there as well. The Dolphins, what a try saver. Billy Walters, millimetres short. Billy Walters out of dummy half. Ezra Mam's the decoy. That draws the attention of Nikorima. Oh, but what a hit there from Donahue. And then the hammer positions himself perfectly. Slides across And Billy Walters millimetres short. Well, this could be a penalty against... This is going to be a penalty against Herbie Farnworth for tackling Ezra without the ball. Broncos are going to get the ball back here. Either way, they're checking the ground into Billy Walters, but he doesn't get close. Either way, it's going to be a penalty to the Broncos. Ezra Mam tackled without the ball. Can you believe there's still 22 minutes left in this game? Billy Walters held up short. Penalty only against Herbie Farnworth. So it'll be Broncos ball. And do they take a shot at 2 here? Yes, they do. Reece Walsh immediately says 2. We're going to have a shot. Penalty to the Broncos, and they're going to have a shot at 2 here. Interesting call. I mean, it breaks the deadlock, obviously. Breaks the deadlock, puts them back in front. But there's still so much time left, right? There's still so much time left in this game. .5 minutes left to go. 30 points apiece. And a penalty to the Broncos here. Reece Walsh will step up and have the shot. He's over on this right edge. He's about 15 in from touch. To put the Broncos ahead by 2. What a game it's been so far, though. Walsh, the favoured side for a left-footed kicker. To break the deadlock. Walsh moves in, strikes it. It's curling. It's curling. It stays through the near upright. It looked like it was going to drift away, but he's put it through. 32 points to 30, the Walsh penalty goal. Dolphins with the restart. And Payne in the Haas from the back fence. Taken down 15 out from his own line. Broncos leading by 2. Inside the final quarter of the game. Willison. Takes it up the middle. Oh, Billy Walters is off. That can't be real, can it? 10 short of halfway now, the Broncos. On play 4, as Moses on the field. Billy Walters, one of the Broncos' best tonight. 5th and last, Duffy puts the kick downfield, hammers under it, takes it 10 out from his own line. And a good kick chase. Karapani. Asako brings it back into midfield. So much time left in this game. Here's Cobbo up the guts. Farnworth carries it outside the 30, draws in 3 defenders. Straight up the middle goes Marshall King. Ducks out of the tackle. Offloads left for Lemuelu. Takes it up over halfway. brought down in a great legs tackle. Fifth and last for the Dolphins. Katoa puts the kick down the middle. Karapani will take it and wind up back to the 20-metre line for Karapani. 18 minutes left to play. It's getting tense now, this one. It's getting really tense. The free-flowing, high try-scoring that we saw in the first half is gone out the window. Both teams are playing a tight, controlled contest now. Willison up to the 40. Had the arm free, but didn't want to risk the offload. 10 short of halfway. Carrigan takes the fifth and last. Broncos still inside their own half. Duffy runs it to halfway. Now he puts the kick down. Hammer backs up for it. Takes it 5 out from the line. Hammer looks up and takes on Jordan Ricky and Ezra Mam to bring it outside the 20 on the kick return. Well done there by the Hammer. "17 minutes left to go. Barnworth. 5 short of halfway on tackle 3. Slow play the ball. He was put on his back. Dominant tackle by the Broncos. Bostock takes it into the Broncos half. 2 left here for the Dolphins. Donahue at first receiver for Katoa. Quick hands out to the left. Knocked down by the Broncos. There was an overlap to the left. Anderson races up and knocks the ball down. It'll be 6 more tackles here for the Dolphins. He had to do that, Anderson, because the Dolphins were away down the left. 40 meters out in midfield, scrum. Katoa feeds it. Hammer in at first receiver. 1-on-1 with Mam. Fends him away. Then he finds Xavier Willison 30 meters out in midfield. Tackle 1 for the Dolphins. They stay on the right side. Benefuiaki carries it into the red zone. Lined up to the left here, the Dolphins. Donahue turns it inside for Plath. Puts the step on Willison. Taken down 10 meters out just to the right of the post. Donahue for Katoa. Flat pass for Lemuelu. He can't control it. It's a knock on and the Broncos off the hook. Connolly Lemuelu just drew too much attention from the defense this time. And he couldn't hold on to the flat pass that's been working so well. It doesn't execute at the worst possible time for the Dolphins. 15 minutes left to play. The Battle of Brisbane. Ever so slightly in favour of the Broncos at the moment as Mariner plays it. 15 out from their own line here, the Broncos. They've got the momentum back, the Broncos, after a big period of Dolphins domination. Payne in the Haas. Brings it out to the 30-metre line. Good carry, as always, though, from Payne. Moser for Willison. 10 short of the halfway line on play 4. Haas wants to go again. Dummies out to the right. And takes the fifth and last just short of halfway. No risk footy now from both teams as Duffy gets the kick away. Hammer will take it on the 20. Oh, he'll lose it forward, and the Broncos will come up with it. Knocked on by the Broncos. First one by the Hammer, though. Tabua Fado, under no pressure from the high ball, coughs it up. Oh! They're challenging. The Dolphins are challenging. They are hoping that there's been contact. The Hammer is just hoping that the bunker will see this as an interruption, a disruptor from Jordan Ricky. But I'm afraid... Oh, well, they're having a closer look at it. The hammer has gone up for it. And it's a falcon. The hammer feeling like he didn't touch this, perhaps. It's a clear falcon. It's off his head. It's a falcon. This might be a glorious challenge from the Dolphins. Wow, based on, I've never heard that before, based on the blurriness of all the available camera angles, it's going to be challenging conclusive, and it's going to be Broncos ball. Well, that's the first I've ever heard that call. Based on the blurriness of all the available camera angles. I have never heard that one spat out before. 14 minutes left to play. Broncos scrum 15 meters out in front of the post. Give it to Stags. God damn it. Here they go left. Mam on for Mariner. Tries to go in and away on Bostock. Tackle one, 10 meters out over on that left edge. The pass in behind Mam. So he surrenders in the tackle. Well, did he spill it there, Ezra? He's recollected it, I believe. Tackle two. Willison, 10 meters out in front of the posts on play three. The Broncos. Can they put this game to bed here? Mam. For Duffy, short ball. Ricky. Held up 5 meters out. Play four. Moser sends it out to the left. Pass at first receiver. Beats Donahue. But he's held up by Gilbert. Now he forces his way free. Payne in the Haas. 2 meters out just to the right of the post. Fifth and last. Moser. For Duffy. Cutout pass goes in behind Karapani. Asako picks it up, but he slips. He can't get a breakaway. Asako will play it 35 out. The Broncos couldn't ice the opportunity. Bostock up over halfway. The Dolphins tackle two now, just inside the Broncos territory. Hammer on to Plath. 40 meters out from the Broncos line. Tackle three, 12 and a half to play. Donahue for Gilbert. Flat-footed, gets the bumpers up. 30 meters out in midfield, tackle four. Donahue goes again, out the back for Katoa. Numbers out to the right. Hammer onto Bostock. And he straightens the attack. 20 meters out, fifth and last. Katoa sets up the high ball. Dinks it in over the top, looking for the Hammer. Hammer versus Walsh. Hammer's got it! Hammer reaches out and scores! Tabuai for Doe. Wins the battle in the air over Walsh. Reaches out. Gets the go-go gadget arms. And plants it down. 34-32. Kick to come. What a try from the Hammer. The Broncos had an opportunity to ice the contest down the other end. Katoa. Perfect kick. Lands at 5 meters out from the line. Walsh versus the Hammer. Hammer gets over the top. Claims the possession. And he reaches out and plants it down. The ball carrying arm never hits the deck. Try time. Dolphins. (34-32) kick to come. 5 meters to the right of the post. Unbelievable. Ten and a half minutes still to play. Don't think for 1 second this one's over yet. 34-32, kick to come. Try is confirmed. Dolphins have claimed the lead. This crazy game continues to deliver. Jermaine Asako, 5 from 5 tonight. To put the Dolphins out by 4. Asako. Lining this one up. 10 to the right of the posts. Asako, it's bending. It almost curls across the face. But it just stays inside the upright. 36-32 with 10.5 minutes to go. Oh, the hammer's offside. The Dolphins might have just got away with one there, to be honest. The replay, hammer might have been a step offside. They might have just pinched one there, the Dolphins. That was very close. That was mighty close. Anyway, 36-32. Benefit of the doubt has gone the way of the Dolphins there, apparently. It was too close to call. Hammer might have just been a step offside on that kick chase. Gilbert will play it. 10 out from his own line. Nikorima from dummy half. Broncos not square at marker. Penalty to the Dolphins. Stags just got that a little wrong. Robert Peters says, see, drunken bunker stuff. They may as well send me up there. Put me in the bunker. Actually, just let me call the bunker remotely from the studio here each and every week. That'd be pretty cool. Dolphins on halfway. Nikorima infield for Gilbert. Stands in the tackle. That's play 2 for the Dolphins. Donahue to Katoa. Turns it inside. Finafuiaki. 40 meters out from the Broncos line. Halfway through the set. Donahue to Katoa. They head left. They've got a 3-on-2. Farnworth steps back inside Stags and is tripped up. 30 meters out from the line on play 4. Gilbert. The settler on play 5. They're 25 out from the line here. Katoa. Oh, skews this off the side of the boot. Bostock takes it, pops it back for Plath. Plath infield for Marshall King. Fires the huge pass out to Lemuelu. Lemuelu for Cobbo, and Cobbo scores. Cobbo scores. Back-to-back same-game multis. An unbelievable try that potentially wins this game. Corn on the Cobbo makes it 40 points to 32. It was a stinker of a kick from Katoa. The Broncos stood back and let the Dolphins claim it. And from the broken second phase, the Dolphins have spread it immediately from the right back to the left. And Cobbo goes over untouched. Unbelievable. Back-to-back same-game multis. Unbelievable. Oh, God, they better reward this. I swear they better reward this. I will throw this bottle of bourbon. Oh, well, it's not bourbon. I will throw this bottle of rum at the TV if they don't award this. Try confirmed. 40 points to 32. Kick to come. The Dolphins. Gamer Mel says, can Walsh get a consolation try now? Oh, boy. We've been on, what's it been? It's been about a 4-week drought for same-game multis, and now we get 2 on the same day. Incredible. Jermaine Asako from the sideline starts it out to the right. It stays out to the right. Can't curl it back enough. And it stays 40 points to 32. 7 minutes left to play. Why do I get the feeling there's still a twist and a turn left in this contest? Does anyone else could just get that vibe? This game has produced too much for it to end this way. I feel like there's going to be another twist in the tail. There's no way this one can be all over Red Rover just yet. The Broncos go short with the restart and they claim the ball. There's the twist. Moser takes the short restart. 7 minutes left to go. Broncos go on the attack. 20 metres out from the line. Carrigan for Walsh. Short ball to Willison. Well read by the Dolphins defence. Walsh into dummy half. The double pump for Carrigan. Gives the short ball for Simu. 10 metres out now on play 4. 6.5 minutes still to go. Walsh taken down by Katoa. Racing up. Great hit. Izzy Katoa. 5th and last, Broncos. Mam down the left edge. Grubbers in behind. Dived on by Bostock. And the Dolphins have it. 10 out from their own line. Great defense, Dolphins. 6 minutes left to go. Dolphins in possession. 20 out from their own line. Henzie, ahoy, mate. And I saw Chris Joya there as well. Chris, ahoy, mate. Good carry here from Farnworth. One-on-one here with Carrigan. Carrigan goes for the steal, but he can't wrestle the ball away. 10 short of halfway. Marshall King gets up and plays it. 5th and last. Katoa puts the kick downfield. Tries to get it in behind Karapani. Josiah tracks back and takes it on the full. Eyes up Nikorima and brings it back to the 20-metre line. 5.5 minutes now for the Broncos. Trailing by 8. NRL Rider, ahoy, mate. Over on the TikTok, welcome along. Jack Glenn, ahoy, mates. From Thailand, Carrigan out the back for Mam. Cut out pass left for Mariner. Space for Karapani. He cuts back in field. Plath brings him down on halfway. Simu to Carrigan as they head right now, the Broncos. Duffy, dummies, gets the arm free, but nobody running with him in midfield. 5th and last, 40 out from the Dolphins line. Ezra puts the high ball up. Hammer tracking across for it. They let the Broncos take it. Anderson comes up with it, but he's knocked it on. Anderson knocks it on. It'll be Dolphins ball. Captain's challenge, Broncos. Captain's challenge incoming from the Bronx with 4.5 minutes remaining. Challenging the call of knock on against Anderson. He definitely got the first touch on it, and it slips through the hands. You could say that that's gone backwards, in fairness. Backwards off Anderson. Backwards off Anderson. It's off his nuts. And back towards the Broncos goal line. This could be a successful challenge. Okay, so he's lost the ball. He's then kicked it as the ball's going to ground. Honestly, I can't even pretend to know what the bunker's thinking. After some of the decisions we've seen tonight, some of the decisions we've seen this year, I can't even begin to speculate what the bunker's thinking right here. It looks like it's been lost backwards by Anderson. It looks like a knocked back by Anderson. Playing on. Okay, and then it's lost forward by the Dolphins. This will be a successful challenge, I believe. Anderson reaches out and recollects it. Now, does Marshall King knock it on? Yes, he does. Oh, does Marshall King knock it on? Challenge is unsuccessful after all that. After all that. So, Anderson's been called knocked back initially. Marshall King has not touched it. It's come off the foot of the hammer into the hand of Anderson, who knocks it on the second time. What a shambles. So he was right in the first instance. The challenge was successful in the fact that that original knock on that was called wasn't a knock on, but then he knocked it on anyway, basically, is what the bunker is deemed. So we got there in the end. 4 minutes to go. Dolphins back in possession. 8-point lead. Surely that's enough now. They can't... wouldn't an intercept try make it interesting? Intercept try would make things mighty intriguing. Plath takes it up the middle. 40 out from the Broncos line. Moser makes the tackle. Fifth and last, Katoa puts it high. Dolphins racing through. Pressure on Karapani. Karapani comes down with it. 10 out from his own line. 3.5 to go. GC Gamer Crazy. Ahoy, mate. Welcome back. Three minutes left. Oh, Simu spills it. Dolphins back in possession. That's game. If it wasn't already, that is most definitely the game. Simu, one out from the ruck. Drops it cold. Plath dummies and goes straight through. Brought down by Walsh. 5 out from the line. Marshall King goes right for Katoa. Turns it inside for Finafuiaki. Tackle 2 here for the Dolphins. Can they get some more points? Plath for Kafusi. Kafusi bumps off Walsh. But Payne in the Haas has him held up. 10 out from the line. Marshall King for Katoa. Drifting across field. Katoa. The ball knocked down by Ezra Mam. Dived on by Bostock. 20 metres out. 2 minutes left. Full set of 6 again here for the Dolphins. 0 tackle. Knowles carries it up the middle, takes on Moser. The Broncos sort of fell in a heap when they took Walters off. And speaking of Walters, there he is on the sideline. But yeah, they put Moser on for Walters for some reason. There's Cobbo now on the left. Stumbles. And he's taken down a couple of meters out from the line. But yeah, they brought Walters off and put Moser on. And then the Broncos just lost all that cohesion. A minute and a half remaining. Tabuai Fido, the hammer in midfield. Tackle 4, just to the left of the post. Short ball for Lemuelu. Fifth and last now for the Dolphins. Penalty for high contact. Penalty to the Dolphins. High tackle, Blake Moser. Inside the final minute. The look on the face from Madge sums it up. The Battle of Brisbane has gone the way of the Dolphin. Can they get some more points here? Out to the right edge. Bostock. Bostock reaches out. And he can't put the ball to ground. He's taken over the dead ball line. Ezra races out to the 20-meter line to tap and go. "17 seconds to go. The Dolphins. The Dolphins get the victory. Fantastic effort Boy, oh boy, the Battle of Brisbane goes the way of the Dolphins. 40 points to 32. What a game. What a fantastic game of footy. Credit to all the players. Both teams take a bow. That was a game and a half. All right, Wasted Water Sports crew, if we're going to do the Rabbitohs Eels game, I got to jet and get ready for it. Congratulations, Dolphins. I'll be back as quick as I can. Rabbitohs Eels coming up right after the break. Cheers.